What's up, guys? It's Taji.
Shay Rose.
Why you took so long? Anywho, we are back because we had a super long hiatus because of so many things. One in particular, we have gone through a nonprofit for jobs, and I'm still going through my internship phase. So my schedule is swamped 9 to 5 every day, right? So what we thought we'd do is give you guys a little bit of a treat, and we thought that we'd share with you our opinions on
Europe.
You want to?
Yeah.
All right, so Europe. No,
You gotta tell them what it is.
I know. It's not the country. It's Year Up. It's 2 words, all right? So, Year Up is a nonprofit organization for young adults 18 to 24-year-olds who want to get a job in the corporate world.
Exactly.
They have a bunch of different trades that you could select, like cybersecurity, hardware, financial operations.
Basically finance and IT.
Basically, yeah. We both chose IT. We both got in at the same time. We both got in the same class and everything. Everybody was like, oh my God, you guys are so cute.
Like for the first week or so, they both thought we were siblings. And I just let it roll. Like they thought we were siblings until we started holding hands and, kissing each other on the cheek. And they were like, these are brothers and sisters?
Nah. But then they was like, oh my God, you guys are so cute. Especially you, Christian. You mad cute. But then I was like, yo, like, look. I appreciate the compliment, right?
Who said that?
But I got a girlfriend, right?
Who said
look,
that?
so yo,
Who
look.
said that?
So yo, any of y'all, look.
Anywho, so we started our adventure with Europe about 6-7 months ago. So this is the second half for Christian. He's going into the internship phase. So he is actually at Blackstone. And we're going to tell you about our experience because we had 2 different experiences. I'm actually no longer enrolled in the program. And he is still finishing strong. So, it is... Let's start off with a disclaimer. These are our opinions. It is a great organization. If you do want more info about it, we'll leave a link down in the description. But, these are just our experience. Don't take them to heart. Everybody has a different road and deal with different things. So... you might have a different outcome. So we're going to start with Christian first.
So, Europe starts out very, very peachy, sunshine and rainbows and cupcakes and sprinkles, right? So they like to sugarcoat everything. And they like to have this thing where they keep everything on an even playing field and they will give you feedback on everything. Like, they will nitpick you and they will be fair to every single person in the room. There's no, dividends in race, background, age, or, any preference.
You have to be between 18 and 24.
Well, that's just age. That's just requirements to be in the program. For everybody who is in the program, those are the regulations. There is no dividends between anybody. There is no segregation. There is no, politics involved. There's just nothing. It's just straight people who want to get a job in the corporate world and get a career.
For our class specifically, we were class 25. So our class was actually the test subjects. So we were actually really intensely trained and taught to and motivated because we were tests. We were the test subject for the government to give more funding to the program. So, they were really on us. So our experience was probably more different than any other experience for any other class in any other state.
So, when I first started out in Europe, I made the biggest impact. If you guys don't know already, I used to be a rapper. I used to be on my grind all the time. Now, not as much because I'm so caught up with this internship stuff and it's taken up 95% of my time. So,
yeah. And with me, you guys know I'm model, actress, rapper, smart, beautiful, kind, single, and just a lot of. I meant in a relationship.
What? No. But look, when I was in Europe, I had to make my impact. I was telling them about all the things that I did as a party entertainer. I told them about I like to make raps and I like to public speak a lot because I have a strong voice and I want to showcase it here, especially in a place where they focus so much on your enunciation, pronunciation, and
All right, stop rapping. All right,
I'm not rapping.
You just try to rap. All right.
No,
you're not. You're not a rapper.
I told you I'm not a rapper.
You're not a rapper. You just try to rap.
No, I didn't.
Run that video back. Run it back.
Enunciation, pronunciation, and all right. Then what about you?
What?
What was your experience like when you first walked in?
When I first walked in my first week, I basically got told to shut the up. Because I came in strong. I'm a very strong personality, and you know, I'm the type of person that I like to be heard. I'm very confident. You know, I had a lot of things growing up. Like, I had a lot of issues, like antisocialness and not talking to someone. I, you know, did break out my shell. I broke out. Didn't go over so well. Like, I, you know, stood up, answered questions, and, you know, I just made my voice heard, and then I got critiqued hard for it. So, you know, maybe it's because I'm black, but nonetheless, I just feel like I got critiqued very hard to the point that it didn't match up with everybody else who's getting critiqued. So that actually, I feel like that played the role where I didn't finish my internship, because it was just like, I got shot down before I could even fly.
Yeah, they pretty much start you out like on a plane where you're supposed to fly up into the corporate world, but they kind of took her wheels off before she can even like get up in there or even start her engine. And then I didn't really like recognize it at first until I started noticing the signs that people really started to pick on her more than me, and we're practically like the same person, so it's kind of weird how, you know, why are they picking on like one of us when, you know, like I act the same exact way? I don't know. It was weird, but throughout the program, it was hard as heck. They taught us literally everything about technology, from the basic types of motherboards that you have on computers and phones and watches to like, you know, like how router and like internet and Wi-Fi works like all around like cities and houses and stuff like that. Like, we learned everything. So it was tough. They basically took 4 years of an IT major that you would get from any college, and they condensed it into 6 months. So the timing, the schedule, the homework that we had to do, they called the homework deliverables.
God, I just zoned out.
You zoned out.
I was like, homework deliverable. I'm like, oh my God, I'm back in Europe. I just zoned out.
But still, it was hard. It was boring, like, every day, but like they really try to nail it into you that this is absolutely necessary in order for you to succeed in the...
Disclaimer: what you learn at Europe does not pertain to your internship. Oh my goodness, I can't stress that enough. And the interns before us told us that, and we didn't believe them. It really don't match up.
But you know what? I feel like it's still like a win-win situation, because I use the stuff from that I learned in Europe in my everyday life. I know, like, I know like how to like change out like RAM and like, you know, replace my screen on my laptop and stuff like that. Like, I know a lot. But as far as my internship goes, I thought that I was gonna have a lot of stuff that I was gonna have background knowledge for, and they was like, nope, you gotta go in with an open mind and you gonna learn everything, fresh start. I was like, yo, like, what was the point of all of this then? Like, I could have just threw me in the internship, like, anyway. I would have learned regardless. So
yeah, I feel like they should have, you know, cut down on the L&D and add more value to the internship side, because if you had 2 more months to internship and take it away from the L&D, it would probably make a better difference than having 6 months. Oh, so another thing about Europe, the people you come in with, you're gonna see them start dropping and leaving and disappearing, and most of that is due to infractions.
Now, an infraction is... All right, let me tell you where the infractions come from. Everybody starts out with a contract, okay? And on your contract, it has points. Everybody starts out, points. All right, so everybody starts out with 200 points, right? When you come in without dress code,
15,
miss an assignment,
15,
come in late,
25,
leave early,
35,
have an attitude, and like
87.
Yeah, get an attitude and mouth off to the administration. Have
pretty
food in the
much
classroom,
a lot.
sleep, like
A
all
lot.
of that. Yeah, you'll get an infraction on your contract, and they'll take a certain amount of points off, and they'll take a certain amount of money off of your stipend.
Oh, so yes, your points is connected to your stipend. So when you do get paid when you go to Europe, depending if you're in college or you're doing it full time, you do get paid depending on your state. For us, we got paid $400, well, $300 every 2 weeks during our L&D phase, and then during internship it went up to $400 every 2 weeks. So basically like a low paying job. And
Below even that, it was
trash.
yeah.
But and when you have this stipend, it's controlled to your points. So if you get an infraction, it's very easy to get an infraction. Like very easy. Especially if you had a really hard program manager.
Yeah, manager.
You will get an infraction, and it's really hard to earn them back, like earning points. I know a girl that was in there and she was just struggling. Like, I'm surprised that she made it all the way to internship, because she was just 15.5 points. I'm like, she's gonna leave. They're gonna kick her out, because once you hit 0, that's
You're
it.
gone. That's it. They consider it you firing yourself.
So you
meaning that-
don't get kicked out. You fire yourself.
Yeah, because it's all right. It's not that hard to earn an infraction, but it's kind of hard to earn multiple infractions to the point where you go from 200 to 0, especially when the infractions go by 15 points, 25 points, and like 10 points each. So for people to actually get 0 points in the program, it's more or less on them. And they focus on that so much, especially with your time management and your budgeting, because the main thing about Europe is accountability.
Yep. The core values.
Yep.
Six of them.
Yeah,
I
core
would
values.
never stop seeing those core values. Those core values.
Let's talk about the instructors. The instructors there are cool. I like the instructors.
I love the instructors.
I like the instructors.
They're hard on you. Like, you're gonna hate some of them in the beginning, but then you'll realize, like, towards the end, like, yo, these are ride or die. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're real people. Like,
They're
they're real. Like, they come from the streets. Like, like, they've been out here, like, doing this.
and they're here
like,
to help you. Like, I give it to the instructor. They're here to help you, because, mind you, they don't have to be there. It's a non-profit. They not getting billions of dollars in their pocket right now.
They getting bread, though. They are.
They're getting bread.
They-
But they're not
they get
getting
bread.
bread. But
Nah.
they're getting bread.
Nah, they get bread. They get bread. They get bread.
Like, but they're just mad chill, and they there to help you succeed. So I love the instructors, especially at our internship site where we were at Wall Street. We had like the best like instructors there. Like, I love the instructors. They're the reason why I pulled through through L&D phase. Like, shout out to y'all.
Shout out to every single one of our
Shout out
instructors.
to all
Y'all
y'all.
are the best. Y'all the best people ever. And my program manager.
Yes.
And my coach.
Yes.
Both
Hashtag
my
mom.
coaches.
Hashtag mom.
mom.
Hashtag mom.
All right. Our whole section was just the most lit section, but every other section hated us. We were the type of
loud.
people. Yeah, we were considered the loud and
We
the
were the
ratchet
ratchet
section.
bunch.
Yeah, we were the ratchet section. Everybody hated the fact that we were all like close and friendly and so down to earth, and everybody else was like, ew, y'all so unprofessional and y'all so like not corporate worthy. Like they were
Oh my god,
like,
you weren't correct.
they were oh my, yo, they were on us. Like they were really on us. So
Oh yeah, so when you're at Europe, I know this video is so all over the place. If you guys want us to be more structured, comment down below. If we're just all over the place in this video and you're getting like OCD and crazy right now, let us know, and then we'll start like planning, because most of our videos aren't planned. All right, because I know there's some people like, what the are they on a tangent for? Alright, so as far as the section, you will get assigned at LC, which is assigned to your program manager that controls your whole group. And then you have 2 sections in each LC.
Yep.
So I will split you guys up in parts depending on what track you're in.
Yep.
Alright? That clears up that one. Alright, so let's go back to internship, because that's where he is at right now. So I actually just left the program today. And, you know, I just felt like, hold on. I'm not putting that in.
You leave that in.
I left the program today because I just could not handle it, and with me, I felt like they missed the mark with assigning me to my internship, because they go through a really long internship process, making sure they match you to the most compatible one. And with me, I felt like they missed the mark, and they didn't, go as thorough with me as they did everyone else. I told them specifically that I did not want a remote manager, because I need to be hands-on and I need somebody in front of me telling me what I need to do. And I got a remote manager and didn't see anybody and was always by myself at my desk, just staring at a blank screen, and it just wasn't good for me. I started getting depressed and sad.
Like
You
that.
yawn?
No, like
To
that.
me being depressed and sad?
No.
You're the worst boyfriend ever.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, like I said before, so yeah, I just started getting very, very sad, and I just realized that it wasn't for me, and I had a lot of family things going on at the same time, so it was just pushing me over to the edge, to the point that I just felt like I needed to get out of there. I learned that if you don't feel comfortable, if you're not happy somewhere, don't be there. Don't waste your time there, And that's what I was doing. I was basically wasting my time, because the more I was getting unhappy, the more I was trying to make excuses to make myself happy and stay there. And it wasn't going to benefit me anyway. So yeah, so I left today, and I just said my goodbyes to my instructors, and I didn't see Abdul.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh. Well, she loves you, Abdul.
Abdul!
Abdul.
My coach!
The GOAT.
Oh yeah, you also get coaches at Europe.
Yeah, I mentioned that before. Your coaches are basically like your go-to people to go to, like whenever you're feeling depressed, or like you feel like you can't mentally contain yourself, like if the work is too hard, or like if you have something that you're dealing with outside, like or if you're nervous about internship, like you could talk to them about anything, and they're basically there to just support you. They're actually way more down to earth than the instructors, because they don't.
But they are instructors.
They are sometimes, but not all the time. They're just there for you, for your extra support if you need it. They also have a student services section.
Student services. Are you sure?
They help with your budgeting for your money and your stipend. They help with your travel. They help with how your home life is, and they're basically like a what is it? It's like a dean at your school. Yeah, that's what they're like.
They're making sure you're good. Just to put that out there, we had jobs when we started Europe. We ended up quitting our jobs when we as we got into Europe.
Yeah.
So the thing about having your job, you can do it. You just have to plan and easily just adjust yourself better. With us, we he panicked, and then I panicked, and then we just quit our jobs.
Yeah.
And that's not the way to do that.
Don't
do that, because that stipend, it only goes so much, and if you got bills to pay,
$5. 2 weeks. That's it.
Like,
that's what you got.
it's gonna be very, very hard. So make sure you do have a backup plan. All right. And speaking of backup plans, Europe does not guarantee you a job after.
They don't.
All right,
They
so
really don't. It's on you. It's all on you.
It is on you. So they can give you an internship, and you do have a chance of getting converted at your internship, but sometimes you don't. So that's not guaranteed to get converted. You could just be there for the 6 months, and they don't have a position for you, or they're not hiring at that moment, and you have to have help from employment
placement.
Yeah, and that's a part of Europe. So they'll try to help you find a job. That's what's gonna be going on throughout your internship phase. Yeah.
So now, when you get assigned to your internship, it's basically like a job. You go there every single day, 9 to 5 or whatever hours that they give you, like 8 to 3, 8 to 6 or something like that. And then, on Wednesdays, you get a half day. So for the morning part, you would go to your internship until 12. And then you would go back to the Europe site where they have this internship seminar where they'll basically give you like more internship like pointers, like how to build your resume even stronger, or like how to address certain people, and it's just a bunch of like refreshers from like I guess, the beginning of Year Up altogether.
Yeah.
So Year Up as a whole, I guess, if I were to rate it out of like 5 stars, I'd give it like a solid 3.5.
I'll probably give it like 4.
4?
I give it 4 because I learned a lot from Europe. Like the L&D phase actually changed my life because I started making sure that I got my home life together, because I realized if my home life is a wreck, my rest of my life is gonna be a wreck. And I actually learned that going through the L&D phase and how to handle being under pressure and, you know, want what I want and go for it. So I feel like I wouldn't have the best mindset that I have now. I'm more relaxed and jumpy and eager like I was before. So I really do appreciate the training that they give you, because they give you not just training in the field that you're in, but training for your personal development. And that's very important. And, you know, they don't teach you that in college. So I'm very appreciative of that. So that's why, yeah, I would give it like a 4, because, you know, even though they don't guarantee, and there was a lot of bumps in the road for myself, I will still, you know, tell people to go. You know, I will still tell you, if you feel like college, you don't know, college is not for you, and you don't know really like what you need to do with your life, go try out for Year Up. You know, they have limited seats, but, you know, go and try it. They have a spring semester and they got a fall semester. Spring and fall. So you just try it, and it's only 1 year. So, you know, you have this, you can put it on your resume because it just looks great. I still could put on my, you know, learning and development phase and my internship on my thing, even though I didn't finish. I could still put it on it. I still get recommendation from them. So, you know, it's a really great program for young adults because it helps fill in that gap, you know, that employment gap.
Now, the reason I gave it a 3.5, I gave it a 3.5 because I know that they're a nonprofit, but I felt as though, you know, like they could have really done a better job at not only like with the budgeting stuff, because they didn't really like point out to us the things that, you know, we should be buying, rather than just have us fill out a sheet one time and then you just have people splurging money on whatever they want and they're complaining about being broke, which is sort of a double-edged sword, because yeah, it is your fault, but then again, it is their fault, because, you know, they don't really, you know, tell us the things that, you know, we should be buying like for the program, especially when you know that you have to survive for 2 weeks on $300. That's not a lot in New York, especially when, you know, you gotta pay for travel and bills and food for 3 weeks and everything extra. So that, I feel like I gave it a minus 0.5, and then the minus 1. No,
I'm listening. It's just
yeah, and then the minus 1 is they pick favorites.
Yeah, they do, and we can do a whole video on this. So we probably gonna have to split this video in 2 to, you know, have a first part and then a second part, because this video is gonna be very long.
Yeah, it would have been like a whole hour if we were to talk about all the complaints that we had about them picking favorites. But yeah, they pick favorites, and that gave it a minus 1 star. So 3.5, I give Year Up.
Yeah, so that's our take on Year Up for right now. We will do an update, especially as he gets closer to his finish line, and I get to start real estate school and classes, and, you know, bonus, you know, we're doing this on our own because we want the best life for ourselves. So we're trying our best to document it and just showing other young adults, because I'm only 21, he's only 19, he's turning 20 this year, so I'm not a cougar. Relax. Get up.
I love you.
So, you know, we're just trying to show that we can make it in this world. You know, we don't need hand-holding help. We can do it on our own. So, you know, we're gonna do an update on this. I'm not even looking at the camera. I thought I saw a bunny outside.
Look, this one's just obsessed with bunnies. I don't know why.
I love bunnies.
I know you love bunnies.
I love bunnies.
I know. I bet you want to go to a
I
Sally
love bunnies, and
I
love bunnies, and I love turtles, and I love lizards, and I love snakes.
Okay, all right. That's another video. All right. Look,
all right. So, thank you for watching this video. We will do another part 2 to this video. And, you know, like, comment, and subscribe.
Cougar.